is out. He's down. He's down.
Redemption, baby, redemption.
He's down right there. He just hit the dirt. I drilled him with the old pressure. That's just crazy.
It's the biggest book in my life. He's a big buddy deer too. He's mature, definitely.
I just smoked him. I don't know where he came from.
Oh my god. I gotta die.
Oh my
God. Welcome back to another week of Hunt Hard by Vital Shot Productions. This week, you're spending the entire show with Brandon Travis.
My 2020 deer season started out with a trip to Illinois. We headed down with a bunch of guys from the team and we spent a week down there bow hunting for big whitetail.
Alright, well, it's day, I believe 5, second to last day here. We got one buck down on the board. Luke shot one a couple days ago, so nice 8. And yeah, we're in a new spot. Looks a lot better, looks promising, so it's a little warm. Unfortunately, it's going to be in the 80s today, so 80s and breezy, so not too positive about today, but we'll see what happens. We'll sit tight and hopefully a big buck comes through.
It was kind of a bad time of year, some bad weather. Didn't quite work out for me. We had one deer killed and a lot of guys saw some good deer, but it just didn't go as well for me. I saw one nice-ish buck. Otherwise, I just saw some does and spent a lot of good quality time in camp hanging out, having fun. After a slow week in Illinois, but a fun week in Illinois, hanging out with the guys, it was time to head back home to Michigan, back to the real world, back to work for a little while, and then after about a week or so, I headed down to Indiana. It was my rut hunt, my rutcation, and I had a good time. All right, settled in, home sweet home. Gonna get some stuff, hunting stuff organized and get ready to get out in the morning. My plan tomorrow morning is to take my climber out. The south wind is really weird, so I gotta get in kind of a spot where I can do an observation sit tomorrow morning. Look over the bulk of the main farm and see if I can see where there's something moving. So I'm gonna really stand set up for a south wind where we can see most of the farm. So I'm gonna take my climber, get up there and just kind of see what I can see. Hopefully start getting things figured out and make some moves this weekend to try to kill something. So yeah, get some stuff around, get to bed, and see you bright and early. Alright, it is Friday morning, November 6th. I've been sitting for about 3 hours now overlooking a cut cornfield, some hardwoods, and a picked bean field. Haven't seen anything besides some goats and sheep in the cornfield, so that's been kind of slow. We got 6 guys out here hunting. Haven't seen anything except for Mr. Josh Bailey. Apparently just had a shooter come through. Went through, grunted at him, couldn't get him to come in. Ended up letting him walk off, rattled. He came back in and he thumped him. He said he only went about 80 yards, so probably sit here for a few more minutes and then get down and help him get that thing out of there. So it's pretty exciting, and yeah, hopefully we can get that one taken care of and get a couple more on the ground this weekend. So it's November, anything can happen. I saw some good deer, had some good opportunities. I passed on a pretty nice 7-point. Kind of looking back, I maybe wish I would have shot, but I'm glad I didn't. Saw a nice buck breeded doe, which was the first time I've ever seen that in my life. And then I saw a really wounded buck that I kind of wanted to kill, but he was actually not on our property and I couldn't get a clean shot at him. So saw a lot of deer despite the fact that it was 75 to 80 degrees all week, but wasn't able to get it done. So after that, I packed up, headed home, had a couple days to regroup, and then it was time to head north. I was going up for Michigan deer camp for opening day of rifle season.
So we're going to take you away from the action real quick to give you our tip of the week.
For today's tip, we're going to talk about setting up trail cameras. There's a few different times a year that we move our trail cameras. Typically we start out in the summer months on food sources, and then in the fall we'll move them to scrapes, and then back after the rut we'll move them back to a food source. Right here we've got actually a scrape in a food plot, so we're going to kind of run through how we set up our stealth cams. So the first thing you kind of want to figure out is how high you're going to put this trail camera up. Some people make the mistake of putting them at about like shoulder height, which I don't typically prefer. I usually like to keep them down a little lower or up way higher. If you're worried about taking them, or if you have an angle that you want to shot down, you can put it up high, or if you want to catch a good array of deer close and far away, kind of put them at about waist level. So you're going to want to kind of put it on this tree here. Tighten it down most of the way. Make sure your strap's not twisted if you can. And then kind of get it secured on there at first, and then kind of adjust it from there. This tree's got a decent little lean forward, which I always kind of like. Sometimes the way trees are angled up, you'll get it kind of pointed up high, and you might have to put like a stick behind it or something to keep it at a good angle. But this is a good tree, good spot. We like to check our trail cameras probably every couple weeks. If we can avoid going in there every day, every couple days, that's good to keep your scent out. If you want to know what's going on every day, it's really handy to have the new cell cam ones. They'll send the pictures right to your phone. Stealth Cam has a great line of cell cameras, and the plans are pretty affordable. One other thing that you want to make sure you do is you clear out any brush out in front of the trail camera. The worst thing to do is to go check your camera hoping to get pictures of big bucks on the scrape, and the only thing you've got is the wind blowing these little branches in front of your camera over and over and over, and you've got 5,000 pictures on there. So we like to just kind of come in here and break off stuff if we can. If you got pruners are always super helpful in this situation. You always want to make sure too that you get the stuff down along the ground, kind of stepped out of the way and broken out of the way.
God made a deer farmer, a person who stays up at night to save a sick fawn's life, gets up and still goes to work at sunrise. This person works in the heat, the cold, and the rain. He needs to feed his animals, make sure they have water. If the water's frozen, he must break it so they can drink. He needed somebody to collect real scents and smells from deer, to provide hunting scents to the hunters so they could feed their families. So, God made a deer farmer.
Introducing the Boning Pocket Quiver. Safely and securely holds 6 arrows of any diameter. Great for the range, backyard, woods, and 3D course. Slip it into your back pocket or put it in your pack or bow case so you're always ready to go. Stop by your local archery shop or visit boning.com to get one today.
As a serious hunter, you give it your best. You don't skip steps. You're the details guy. Efficiency is everything. It's time to step up your game.
So if any of you remember, the 2020 November 15th Michigan rifle opener was not a nice day. It was very windy, very wet. We had a brief opening in the morning where it was decent, and then middle of the day got really, really nasty. Luckily for me, I didn't have to wait too long, and I was able to get a good look at a good deer.
Well, alright, it is November 15th, opening day of Michigan's gun season. Sitting here overlooking the food plot. The weather is nasty and it's only supposed to get worse. It's raining, windy, it's supposed to be a really nasty day. So I'm in a ground blind that's kind of limited on where I can hunt. We don't have many blinds on this property. So I'm in Oceana County. I've had a tough bow season. Seen a lot of deer. Did trip to Illinois, trip to Indiana, hunted a little bit in Michigan, and wasn't able to get it done with the bow. I always get a little disappointed this day of the year because bow season's over. Everybody loves it, and don't get me wrong, I like it. It'll be nice if I get a nice buck to walk out here. I can reach out and touch it, but it's always a little sad when bow season's over. So we'll see. We'll sit here, sit tight, and hoping to sit all day since it's going to be real nasty in the middle of the day. So no sense getting down and getting out. Just hang out here, hunker down, and hope something pops out. Yeah, baby. Heck yeah. I dumped him. Couldn't tell exactly what he was. But he is a good looking buck. It'll be my first one in Michigan in quite a while. So would have been nice to get it done with the bow, but man, I can't wait to go see what he is. Alright, here he is, man. Dropped him in his tracks. Good northern Michigan buck. So I haven't killed one in quite a while, so pretty happy for considering the weather and everything. Pretty excited how this morning went. So yeah, we'll get him out of here, get him taken care of, and keep at it.
Well, I was super excited to get my first Michigan buck down in a long time. And then after that, it was time to pack up, and I was going to head over to the other side of Oceana County and see if I could get it done on another property.
Introducing the all-new Bow Hunter Elite Series from Sentinel, featuring an unheard of combination of premium features and technologies, unavailable anywhere else. It's the most advanced bow hunting outerwear available today. Ultra quiet, exceptionally warm, and packed with premium features and technologies. Designed to help elite bow hunters sit longer and get closer. The era of compromise is over.
Michigan Whitetail Food Plots is here to help you increase your deer herd and also improve your whitetail habitat. We do that through 3 simple needs: food, bedding, and water. If you're looking to improve your habitat this year, give us a call at 231-920-3047 or check us out on our website at MichiganWhitetailFoodPlots.com. You can also save $100 this year by using promo code PLOT100 and save $100 off your first food plot implementation. We look forward to working with you.
Orthotech, prosthetics and orthotics, building better lives.
10 Point Taxidermy out of Whitehall, Michigan can help you preserve your trophy of a lifetime. For a quick turnaround and great prices, call Bill at 10 Point Taxidermy, 231-750-7426.
Single day, Michigan's premier off-road riding facility for bikes, quads, all ages and all skill levels. Our 2 beginner-friendly tracks accommodate all riders, well as our campground and playground facilities make it really enjoyable for your extended stay. We hope that you keep us in mind the next time that you're planning your next motocross vacation. Look no further. We'd be happy to have you out here at Moreland.
Alright, well, it's November 15th in the evening. I took the evening off. It's kind of raining, snowing, nasty out, windy. So I took the evening off, got some stuff done around the cabin, and now I'm heading over to my in-laws to hunt tomorrow morning. We only get 1 buck with a gun on this property. We try to kind of limit the harvest a little bit, so that's kind of the rule. 8-point or better. 1 buck with a gun. So yeah, so I'm packed up, heading across to the other side of Oceana County, and gonna hunt there in the morning, and hopefully hopefully I can get a shot at one. So we'll see you in the morning. So this property I went over to hunt was my in-laws. There was a handful of people hunting there, and the rule there is that the most recent person to shoot a buck has the last pick of stands. So I wasn't sure how it was going to work out, but I was just happy to be out in the woods, and it wasn't 30-mile-an-hour winds, pouring rain. We had a little snow on the ground. Things had calmed down, so I was hoping that things would work out. I was overlooking a food plot and hoping some does come in and a buck might come in and check them out.
Alright, well, it's Monday morning, the 16th of November. I shot a deer at one of our properties yesterday. We only shoot 1 buck with a gun on the per person on that property. So I packed up, headed over to my in-laws on the other side of Oceana County. I'm sitting here. They got a decent little 8 on camera that's been in this area. Kind of hoping to get a shot at him. but maybe, stranger buck will come through. I'll get a good one, bigger one too. Who knows? Already seen a couple does move through, so there's a food plot out here. I'm hoping those does will be out in the food plot, and something will come check them. So we'll see what happens. It's a little better weather this morning, cold, but not quite as windy, and no rain. A little bit of snow on the ground, so this feels more like November gun hunt to me. So stay tuned.
As the morning progressed, we started to have some does filter out into the food plot as they were making their way back to bed. And sure enough, like things happened in November, right behind him was a decent 8-point. He wasn't anything giant, but for the property, he was definitely a good one.
Alright, baby. Got it done. Holy cow. That kind of happened fast. That was the second 8-point I saw this morning. I saw another one a ways out. Headed away, he was smaller, and this one's a little bigger. I'm not sure exactly how big he is, but I'm tagged out, man. Oh, yeah. This is the first time I've been tagged out in Michigan in a long time. So, it feels good. Now it'll be the goal of getting deer for my daughter. So, it's kind of my last day to hunt by myself with her coming in, so I figured might as well shoot it. I put a good shot on them with the all 300. So I still got does all around me hanging out, but yeah, done in Michigan. Whew, yeah. All right, let's go find him. Leave it there. Oh. All right, here he is. He only went maybe 50 yards, so put a good shot on him, and yeah, feels good to be tagged out to Oceana County bucks.
Well, it was a pretty sweet 2020 season. Everything going on was kind of crazy, but my deer season was great. I was able to tag out on 2 nice Michigan bucks, and I haven't done that since I was a kid. So It would have been nice for it to work out in Illinois and Indiana, but it didn't, and I'm still grateful for everything that happened. So hopefully next year things will happen just the same or better.
2 bucks in 2 days in Oceana County. That's pretty good.
Yeah, Brandon got it done. So next week you're back out with me in the woods in a muzzleloader hunt in northern Michigan, and then you're joining in for our first youth hunt with McKalen Wood. Pretty exciting hunts coming next week, so make sure you don't miss out. And if you have missed out on any shows, check out our YouTube channel, Vital Shot Productions, or our website, vitalshotproductions.com, where you can see all of our content there each and every week. And as always, make your next shot a vital shot.